Bam. Recording.
Boom. Oh, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Boom. Okay, so first off, Jen is going to help us out with a selfie tonight because we always do selfies. Hey. I'm having technical difficulties with my wireless internet here. So I'm working from my phone. So please, everyone, bear with me. Oh, hi, Crystal. I just seen you. I have to swipe to see everybody, so forgive me. So everyone, Jen, I have to scroll to find you. Are you ready? Everyone smile. Tell us when we're ready, Jen.
All right, go. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Hi. Okay, so I don't know if all of you have seen this, but yesterday I did a post where I'm going to start doing leadership training, or I have been doing a leadership training with someone who works with the John Maxwell team. If you guys have ever read any John Maxwell books, he talks so much about leadership. He's an amazing speaker, motivator, mentor. And the guy is actually, if any of you guys are Seattle locals, he's going to be a guest speaker. His name's Josh Coates that I'm working with personally. And it's really awesome being able to work with someone with the know-how of how to, not just in Beachbody, but leadership in general. So I'm combining my groups, my Tuesday and my Monday night groups. My Monday nights are solely Emeralds and above, but I'm combining these so I can pass on the information that I learn on Mondays to everybody in one chunk at a time. And what I'm going to start doing is, this is going to move forward, and I want this to be team-wide too. I know Cindy does her Zooms with her team, so a lot of her team is on here right now. But I want to start doing every last Zoom of the month. I'm going to do a collaboration of struggles and a live Q&A because I want to help you guys get set up on the right foot and have that clarity and the momentum and any thoughts that you feel like you are dealing with or anything leading into the next month, so you can brush off your shoulders, brush all that negativity and all the faults and failures and everything that you felt like that happened the month during, and move forward with a clear head on your shoulders, more motivation, like I said, and with some momentum moving in. So that's why I wanted to start off that with tonight. So I hope that's okay with you guys. First, I want to start off with struggles. We all have felt this. And if you say you haven't, you're lying through your teeth, because I know. Whether it's in your Beachbody business or your health and fitness, let's be real. We've all hit a slump at some point in time where we're like, oh, this sucks, or I'm not doing something right, something needs to change. And when we get that struggle, it seems like the more we focus on our struggle, the more struggles come our way, right? Like, the more negative we focus on, that's the more we're inviting into our lives. It's like manifesting, but you're not manifesting the wrong stuff. I've talked a lot about this topic a lot of the times. Hey, Nikki! A lot recently, because I know September has been, hi, Christina, September has been a really tough month for everybody. And shout out to Cindy for making Success Club. Woo woo! It's been a really tough month for everybody. I don't know if it's because school and summer ending and this, that, and the other thing, but it's tough for everybody. So if you feel like your business is struggling, you are not alone. I promise you that. But doesn't mean we could just sit back, kick up our feet, and be like, okay, I'm washing away September. We still have the rest of the night. We still have tomorrow to do what we can to make it the best month we can. But I just wanted to let you guys know that everybody's struggling in September. I've talked to 5-star coaches. I've talked to 10-star coaches that still have not made Success Club. And yet I shout out Cindy, because she has. But so I just want you guys to know, whether or not you've hit it yet or you've hit any of your goals for September, keep moving forward, because a struggle is just a bump in the road. We all have long journeys ahead of us, whether we're halfway through, we're just getting started, we're 3/4 the way through. We have journeys ahead of us. And every day that we put, our power hours together, or we do our nutrition or do our workouts, they're just little steps in our journey. But you have to remember those little steps every day add up to a huge journey. and it gets you to where your destination is. So when there's a little bump in the road, what are you going to do? Let that little bump stop you in your path? Are you going to turn around and go the other way? Are you going to find a way around that bump and keep moving forward? I know what it's like to have great momentum and motivation and feel like everything you're doing is working. And then, bam, something happens. And you're detoured around it. You have two options. You can either move forward with fear and let excuses come into play. You can let the fear of failure come into play. You can start acting upon, moving forward in your business, like being pushy and salesy and like striving for something, but it's not really you. Or you can lead with love. And you can use your heart, and you can get out there and want to help people just because you're helping them, not because you want to or you need to make Success Club, or because you're going for a rank, or because you're going for an income, but because you're leading with heart. So it's up to you guys what choice you make. Are you going to move forward with fear? Are you going to move forward with love? Those are the only two actions you guys can move forward with, believe it or not. I learned this not only from my counselor, but in my new book, Fearless and Fabulous. Hey. I'm so excited. Cindy just got these books today. If you guys have not read Girl Code either, that book is bomb.com. But so I want you guys to think of a situation recently that came into play, and how did you respond? First, it's like, I hear like the fight or flight method, right? Like either people put up their dukes and they're like, I'm ready to fight, I'm ready to win this battle, or they take off. Especially as women, when it comes to our journeys and weight loss, we have that same method. We're like, oh my gosh, I've been busting my butt in the gym or 21 Day Fix or whatever. I am not seeing any weight loss, or my waist is expanding, or whatever. And then we're like, I give up. I'm going to eat a cake and 10 milkshakes today. That's the flight method. That's like, I'm out of here. I'm taking off. But if we fight and we're like, you know what? I'm making the steps every day. Maybe I'll stop stepping on the scale every day. Maybe I'll really dial down on my nutrition. Maybe I'll do a double workout one day. Maybe I'll push harder during my workouts. That's a fight mechanism in us. And I know each and every one of you has that fight mechanism in you. You're fighters. That's why you're a coach. You didn't sign up as a coach because you're like, oh, I think I'm going to ease into something. And, it might be okay. And maybe I'll do it this day and, take the rest of the month off. Or no, you're like, I know what it's like to feel at my lowest point in my life. And I want to save people from that low point in their life. That's fighting, guys. You guys are fighters. Sometimes you feel weak. And that's okay. It's okay for us to feel weak from time to time. But look around you. When you feel weak, reach out to someone that you know is going to help you become strong again. Look at your children. Look at your significant other. Look at your friends, your family, other coaches on the team. We're a family. We're all here for each other. We're all going to have struggles. No matter what rank or how long you've been a coach, you're still going to have struggles. You're still going to be learning as you go. Do not ever think you are alone, and do not think that you need to keep whatever you're dealing with inside. Because one of the strongest things you could do is ask for help. I promise you that. So now with that said, I wanted to give you a little snippet of what, a little motivation that I got from my book and Josh Coates himself. But like I said, and before I move forward, if you guys have not signed up for a Super Saturday event around you, please do so. These are seriously game-changing events. You get to meet other awesome coaches. You get to hear success stories. You get awesome training. It's so much fun. You guys have to go. If you're in Seattle, you best be signed up for the Seattle Super Saturday because I said so. That's why. So, Chelsea, you better be there. I see you. Okay, so with that said, I want to give this opportunity for you guys, and please do not hesitate to share because you're afraid of how others are going to think of you or whatever, because I know what it's like for people to hold stuff in, and every time I do a Q&A or ask for questions, I always get messages afterwards like, oh, I didn't want to ask this on the Zoom, but da-da-da. You guys, we're all friends. We're all family here. So don't be afraid, because the thing you're struggling with, someone else can be struggling with too. So don't think that you need to be quiet and just send me a personal message and I'll call you out. I will. I'll start calling y'all out. But I want you guys to be open, to be honest. And if there's some place that you've been really struggling, or even if you guys have found something that's been really helpful and working for you, I want you guys to share that too, because you know, if we find some success in something, why not share it with our family members, right? So everyone is muted right now, I think. So if you have anything to say, unmute yourself. Oh my gosh. I see Cindy laughing. I have to keep the screen on Cindy so I can read her facial expressions. Okay. So no one's struggling with Success Club or
they're all liars. That's what I was thinking. Everyone on the Zoom's a liar.
Right. Or building relationships or adding to their network or time management or anything like that. Nothing.
Oh.
Okay.
Vanessa raised her hand.
Oh, okay. I'm switching over.
Okay. I'm gonna figure out the unmute. So I'm a new coach and just signed up last month, and I've been doing trying to do some one-on-one inviting and handling objections, and I think I've been doing okay as far as knowing what to say for the specific objections themselves. It's just at what point when someone's just giving you like excuse after excuse after excuse, when it becomes really clear like they're not ready to sign up for a challenge pack or to sign up for Shakeology or program. Like I don't want to be pushy, trying to when they're giving me all the excuses and saying, well, let me give you a solution for this and let me give you a solution for that, when it becomes clear. So at what point do you kind of cut off the conversation and say, well, it sounds like maybe you're just not ready, can I check back with you at a different time, type of thing, because I don't want to push them too much and then turn them off.
Right. No, of course. We never want to be pushy when it comes to that. You don't ever want to convince someone to sign up as a coach or to buy a challenge pack, because then you're going to have to convince them to do the work. And, I know exactly what you mean. So what I usually do personally, and anyone else could take the lead on this too, is when, they've given me every excuse, I keep bringing up their goal. Like, well, remember, you really wanted to do this. And I know that you're struggling with time management, but maybe if you can wake up 30 minutes before you are right now, you can get that workout in. Or, maybe if it's investing, and then I talk, finances, and then I talk about investing in their health and fitness. It's more of a health investment in themselves. But sometimes it gets to that point where either they're like, I know a lot of people have been on this, where they either give you every excuse for every reason you give them, or they're like, okay, I'm going to do it today, and they don't do it. And then they check in with you, and then they don't sign up or whatever. And then I just say, hey, you know what? I know you may not be ready for this journey yet, and I don't want to keep bothering you. So let me know when you are, and I'm always going to be here for you. Mm-hmm. And then 2 days later, I'll check and be like, hey, girlfriend, I seen that you posted about, taking the kids to soccer, so they don't think that I just left them hanging because they didn't sign up with me. Like, I'm still going to be their friend. I'm still going to be there for them. But I'm letting them know, like, hey, I'm cutting the cord when it comes to trying to convince you to do something that you obviously are not ready to do.
Right.
The ball's in their court.
All right. Thank you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The financial one, I was going to say something real quick, because this is something that I've been starting that has been paying off the past couple of months too, because, the financial objection is always there for everyone, right? I know that, like, for you, Vicki, like, you took some pretty desperate measures in order to get your very first challenge pack and sign up. So, I've, of course, I've been doing like the total money makeover. So my whole mind's in budget mode. and budgeting for things and stuff around our family. So that's what I've been actually using as an approach with a lot of the people. And that worked a lot last month for me when I got like the highest Success Club points I've ever had, and it was letting people know that, it's okay if you don't have the money right now. If you really want this, like, let's budget it, right? Let's save $25 a week until you have the money for the challenge pack, right? And that's continuing to work off. Like, I have a gal that's going to sign up on the 1st because she's been doing that. She's been saving money every single week for like the past 2 months to get her challenge pack. It doesn't have to be immediate funds, and it's another way to let people know that, it's okay if you don't necessarily have it now, and kind of having that more long-term mentality of helping people and having, because I know a lot of us are really focused on hitting Success Club and hitting our goals during that month, but it doesn't end at that month. It ends, it never ends, right? And it's continued to roll forward and roll forward and roll forward the more people you talk to. So that's something that I've been doing with one of the most common objections that we get.
Right. That's really awesome that you've been doing that, Cindy. And, I know that, charity is really good at doing free groups and stuff. Maybe that's something that you would want to do team-wide, like a budgeting group. And so we could be like, let's all budget for our challenge group next year or next month, and, to break it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Healthy before the holidays. And
then it sets them up for financial success too,
Mm-hmm.
because not only are you teaching them to budget, but they're budgeting for something lifelong. That's awesome. Now, if only I could teach my prospects that. That's something I need to learn myself. So, okay. Anybody else?
The best way to learn is by doing and teaching. So.
Oh. Okay.
Those who can't do teach. Right? Isn't that how it works? That's a cliche for a reason, right?
Apparently.
Hey, Vicki, I have a question.
Okay.
I get some people in my free, I run a lot of free challenge groups. And I get some people that like to do a lot of those free workouts like on YouTube. And so I just can't convince them, to pay, like $100 and get a challenge pack when they've been doing it for free and it's working for them. What would you say to somebody like that?
Like, are these people that keep coming into every single clean or free group that you have?
Some of them, yeah. And
Okay.
some of them, not every time. But.
Okay. So, first off, for the people that continually like to join, like, your clean eating groups and never purchase anything or move forward in a challenge group or something, I actually had this talk with the coach today, and I say, if they want to do it again, that's great, but have them invite 3 people to join them. So they may not be buying anything either, but they're signing up with you as their coach, and one of those 3 may purchase something with you down the road, or maybe they want to sign up as a coach. Now, as far as the YouTube, I get so many people that do the same thing. I actually have a free accountability group that I just throw people in no matter what workout they're doing. If they want to do YouTube videos or CrossFit or Beachbody or whatever, they're in there. They don't have to do Shakeology, but I have to be their coach, and it's just a place where, you could copy and paste the same thing you put in your PIO group or the 21-day fix group or whatever in there, and then everyone has that support and stuff. And so when they, if and when they're ready, they're going to know that you're still their coach and you're still helping them. But I have people that ask me, specific things like, oh, how do I do this workout? Or how do I do this? And I'm like, I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to do a video and show you, but you can look on YouTube. I mean, so YouTube is very great in some areas, but also make sure that they know the benefits of being with you as their coach, and all the great things that come from Beachbody. And then maybe they'll get tired of doing those YouTube videos, and maybe it won't work for them, or maybe they'll plateau and they'll need to switch things up and change things.
Yeah. Okay.
Or, one thing too, like the community is what helped me too, was the actual specific challenge group. So, I mean, yeah, if you're already kind of giving them a challenge group, it's hard to convince them, to go otherwise. But if having new people come in, I think is a great idea. Cause I mean, for me, that was what really got me started with Beachbody too. I mean, I was already a customer of Beachbody, but what really got me sold on the coaching was the actual support of that community of people. You know, I mean, that was, so it is hard because you're, you know, if you're already giving that in free groups all the time, you can't only do free groups, you know. Well, I mean, you can, but you won't be successful as a Beachbody coach financially.
I do a free group every month, and then I do a challenge group every month.
Yeah.
But my free, it's always a free clean eating group, and then it rolls into my next challenge group.
Yeah.
These last couple and free groups that have been booming, and zero interest in anything.
Uh-oh.
It's
Pam, I'm
Pam.
losing you.
Pam, text me what you're saying. No, she's frozen.
I know.
She told me her internet was not working very well. But
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. She's moving now.
oh,
You're muted, Pam.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of. Uh-oh.
these last couple of months, I've done like enough free groups, it seems. But tons of people coming into these free groups and zero interest in.
Oh. Okay, so what I'm getting, Pam, is that you're saying that you have a ton of free groups, a lot of interest in the free groups, but they do not want to move forward. Uh-oh. Okay, so what happens when I get people in my challenge group, in my clean eating group, and they don't want to move forward? I always relate back to them or bring back their goals and their struggles and talk about, like Cindy said, the community. Oh my gosh. I love you, Pam, but I hate your internet. Anyways, bring back their goals and what's really a priority for them, why they want to reach these goals.
Yeah.
And then, you know, talk about the community, the support, how it could be beneficial for them if they move forward. And, you know, frankly, there's some people that just like free and that's it. That's like Chalene Johnson always said, don't give away my smart success or don't give away any of my trainings because people are going to misuse it. Don't give away anything for free and expect them to actually use it. And I listen to her. She tells me what to do. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm on the wrong thing. Ugh. I had to sign in to a different Zoom, which is on my phone, which for some reason I connected it to my Facebook, and it's a different, I have an upgraded version and a non-upgraded version. Don't judge.
don't waste time explaining.
Okay. I'm done. So Pam, I hope that was helpful if you
I'm going to bed.
That Canadian internet.
Oh.
Okay. So I have something that someone's been struggling with and they posted it,
Screwed.
but I'm going to call her out. So someone feels like they've been inviting and sharing, but not getting any success, right? Maybe this is something common for you guys. I want you, I know, I see you, I know you know who I'm talking about. So I want you guys to make sure that before you do any inviting, before you post anything about a challenge group or anything about the coaching opportunity, that you are consistently posting about your journey, not only as a work in progress with your health and fitness, but as a coach too. And I'm not talking about every day you have to be like, hey, look, I'm a Beachbody coach. But say something every day in one of your posts that relates to coaching. Because every day you're going to get new friends. Every day you're going to get new followers. And if you don't talk about the coaching opportunity or the fact that you are a Beachbody coach until 2-3 weeks later, they're going to be like, whoa, I didn't even know that she was a coach. And you're just whamming them with, hey, do you want to join my team? But if you talk about coaching every day, like I get to work wherever I want because I'm my own boss, or part-time I get to do this because I'm my own boss. You know, when you talk about these things, talk about like freedom or finances or success or your team stuff, you know, like even the compilation photo that Alice and Cornelius just created with everyone's black and white photo, and then Jen created the bigger, you know, like you guys could do something like that, and it's showing that you're a coach and it shows community and stuff. But when you hide the fact that you are a coach on a daily basis, people don't get it. So when you invite them, they're like, why would I want to join you? I thought you were just sharing your story. Does that make sense? So don't only share your story with your health and fitness, being the product of the product, but share your story that you are a Beachbody coach. And I talk about this a lot, saying, you know, when I introduce myself to people and they'd be like, well, what do you do? Oh, I'm a health and fitness consultant. Why wouldn't I say I'm a Beachbody coach? Now I say, I'm a Beachbody coach. Oh, what's that? Do you know Tony Horton? Yada, yada, yada. Come out front. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Yes, people are going to say multi-level marketing, pyramid scheme, yada, yada, yada. You say, no, this is actually what it is. Do you want to join me?
There was a national.
I told my doctor that I was a Beachbody coach, and then they put it on my chart because I had to bring in all my supplements and stuff because I have a lot of digestive issues. And then the doctor was like, what's a Beachbody coach? So I had to explain it to him.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
You could be like, here's Shakeology.
Yeah.
Try it. Give it to all your clients.
Are you selling this? I'm like, well, actually. Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome. What were you going to say, Cindy?
There was a national wake-up call. I don't even remember who it was, like, because that was a problem that I struggled with a lot. I mean, you know, Vicki, you and I have talked about this a lot, like, you know, because I started with Beachbody at such a heavier weight in my weight loss journey, and it was like I was basically just chronicling, that's not even a word, showing my own weight loss journey, right? And I wasn't like, that was something that you talked to me quite a bit about. It's like you're just showing people, you're not inviting people to come along with you. And so we had talked about that, but then there was like a national wake-up call that was, I don't even know, like a year or 2 years ago that happened. And one of the gals, I don't even remember who it was, but she said on there, don't be an undercover coach.
Yep.
And that was like, that always resonated with me because when I heard that, because you and I had talked about that with me, and I was like, holy crap, I'm totally an undercover coach. You know, I was like, for some reason, there was some kind of fear that I had that I was like not telling people that I was a coach. And so I finally started saying I was a coach, and people are like, oh, you're a coach. Cool. You know, I mean, and I was missing out on sales. I would have people, I'd try to talk to people and then find out, oh, they've already bought,
right,
you know, a workout program from another coach because they didn't know I was a coach. And, you know, oh, you inspire me so much, but I bought this from someone else because I didn't know you were a coach, you know?
Yeah. That happens so oftenly when people just share their journey and they're like, oh, I thought you were just giving me advice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was just cool to see you work out every day, right? So yeah, so don't be an undercover coach. Wear your coach badge with pride.
Right.
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, so when you get, I'm not working it actively right now, but I have in the past. And when I've gotten people where they've bought challenge group or challenge packs, and getting them to participate in a group has been my struggle. Like, you know, I'll do my daily posts and, you know, try to follow it up with a question. So hopefully you get interaction, and then nothing through the whole damn thing.
Okay, well, no matter what you do, sometimes you're going to have quiet challenge groups or quiet challengers. Some you're going to have a little bit of both. But what I've actually been doing lately is posting a video and giving them like a heads up. Like, this is what I'm expecting of you. I'm giving this to you, so this is what you can give back to the group. Letting them know that everyone's supporting and and motivating each other. So not only they're using the group as motivation for themselves, they're having responsibility. Thanks, Jen.
I know we all stop.
Not only is the group there for their accountability and support for them, but they're having that responsibility to check in with others. And this also has been helping to see who would make a good coach in there. The people that are checking in every day, like really supporting everyone that, talks about where their daily struggles and stuff are. My girl, Nikki Mann, is on here, and that's how I knew she'd be a great coach because, yeah, anyways, had to call you out, Nikki. And, just reminding them, like, hey, this is the group. This is what was for you. I know your goals were X, Y, and Z, and we're going to help you get there, but you need to be participating in the group.
Okay, and then just one other question, kind of similar, but not. So what if you have like all your different challengers maybe bought different challenge packs, but yet maybe you have one in like P90, one's doing 21-day fix and so on, but yet you don't actually have a group to put together for each thing. Would you just do a combined group?
For the longest time, up until like probably 6 months ago, I did combine groups because I felt not everyone's going to have the same goals. Not everyone's going to have the same needs. Not everyone's going to like Autumn Calabrese and her 21-day fix,
Right.
And so when you combined it and just run the group as a basic group, and you can use any of the challenge group docs in like the Misfit site or the Beachbody site and just have that motivational and support. It's a great way to do that. And then it also shows like other people could be like, oh, I see your results from this program. I want to do that one next, And so it could be like a little advertising marketing for you or the coaches in there as well.
So just don't go specific on the actual challenge. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I love open group challenges like that.
So you said up until recently you were doing just a general challenge groups. What kind of changed to do more specific challenge groups?
Because I decided to humbly, prior to this year, I was not being very duplicatable, I guess I could say. So I've been focusing more on helping doing team-wide groups and stuff. And so I've been mostly doing groups based on the promotion challenge packs that are for sale during that month, just to help, my team or everybody in the team, run their first challenge groups, get success clubs, things like that. Although I do miss, and I used to do two. I used to run my open groups at the end of the month, and I would do a mid-month group that was one program based. So maybe I need to start doing that again.
You have less than a minute, just so you know. And done.